The people have spoken and they have said that they are having trouble with part 3. So I am going to do a quick video to explain how to do this part. Let's start by just going back to the previous section. Here we have a map and then we have all these different features that we were labeling on this map. For example, here's our continental shelf in this light colored part to the right. And so you labeled it continental shelf. Well, the next part is similar in that we are going to find these same features from this list, except now we are going to be doing it on what's called a topographic profile. So where this is a map, it's a bird's eye view. We are looking down at the ocean basin. Here we are looking at it from the side. So we have this blue line representing sea level. And then you can see on this side, we have how many meters up above or below sea level. So if you start on the right, you'll see that this black line, this represents the surface of Earth, and we're looking at it from the side again. So to the right, where it's poking up out of the water, this is the coast of Oregon. This is the continent, and it would continue on over here. And then it dives down deeper into the ocean basin, and this is representing the ocean floor, going up and down. And so we have these three profiles showing what the ocean floor looks like, again, from the side in three different places. So you'll also notice that we have the latitude on the side. So this is 46 degrees latitude, 45, and 42. So we are going to do the same thing we did in the previous section where we are going to go through and label these different parts. And how do we know what these are, you might ask? Well, a couple ways. You might review the PowerPoint slides from the lecture and review those parts of the continental margin. You might recognize some of these features. Another way, and this is the way, probably the better way, is to find this latitude on our big geologic map. So here we are. You've been spending a lot of time with this map, and remember that you have latitude listed on that left-hand side. And what do you know? There is one for 46 degrees. So what that means is that this profile is what the ocean floor looks like from the side along this line. And the right side of the profile matches up with the right side of the map. So here we see the continent. Here we see the continent, at least a little bit of it. And then it goes down deeper under the ocean. And then the left-hand side matches up with this left-hand side of the profile. So if we look at this line and kind of scan back and forth, we can see what features are on that profile line. So for example, if we go over here, we see, okay, there's a couple of, looks like mountains or maybe a ridge, and then there's this ridge right here. If we flip over to this map, we see, okay, right away there's that Brown Bear Seamount and Juan de Fuca Ridge, and then it goes down a little bit, it's flat and featureless, and then the Thompson Seamount. So here we have, we have one mount right here. This is probably the Brown Bear Seamount, and then Juan de Fuca Ridge, really kind of part of the same thing, but that's fine. And then it dips back down and back up, so this is probably Thompson Seamount. And so what I'm looking for you to do is to actually label on these. So you can do this in Google Docs or whatever graphics editor you're using. But what I want is for something to look like this. Maybe you'll say Thompson Seamount, and then maybe put an arrow or something so I know what you're referring to. Boom, there's that Thompson Seamount. And you are going to go and label each of these features. Now, we have this list up here. Every one of these features appears on this map, but not every one of these features appears on these profiles. So some of them are going to have a lot of those features. Some are only going to have a few. And so you're going to do the same process for each one. Notice 46 degrees, 45, we're going north, or sorry, we're going south as latitude is getting smaller. And so this 42 degrees latitude, that now we're actually looking at the very bottom of the map. So everything that's along this bottom of the map, whatever the bottom of the map crosses, is going to appear on that cross section. Okay, hopefully that helps with your questions on part 3. And keep the questions coming if you have more.